Alright, we are going to be playing Disco Elysium today. So, full disclosure, I've played the game before, but it was more than a year ago, and I have absolutely no idea what happens. I can't remember a single thing whatsoever. So, we're just going to dive right into it, and we'll see how it goes. Right. Okay. So, I don't recall how any of this works whatsoever. So I'm just going to, let's see. We have the thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts and comes up with original ideas. Interesting. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. That does seem interesting, but let's continue. Physical, extremely physical. Oh, I never would have guessed. Interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Alright. So, I appreciate that we have our 3 archetypes here, but I kind of feel like I want to create my own. Because I feel like the devs have intended that these archetypes be somewhat decent for the game, I guess. But I kind of want to go in and create my own thing and maybe just completely fuck it up. So yeah, let's go do that. I'm going to create my own character. Okay, so 4 main abilities. Let's see. Intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics? Motorics? Alright. Let's see. Okay, how many points do I have to work with? Let's set everything to 1 for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 8 points, so I could set everything to 3 if I wanted to be a coward. So what we're actually going to do... Let's see. My senses, my musculature, my sensitivity and emotional intelligence, my raw brain power, how smart I am. So, I'm going to... Wait, what's the upper limit? Can I... Okay. So I can dump 5 points of my pool of 8 into 1 stat. And that feels like a terrible idea. But maybe a funny one. So we'll come back to that. 5 intelligence, 1 physique. 1 psyche Reddit mod. Yeah, why not? Let's go with the Reddit mod playthrough. 5 intelligence, average physique, average motorics, and 1 emotional intelligence. Perfect. Don't sweat it too much. Next screen you have the individual skills and you'll probably revise your idea. Let's see. I could hit random a bunch of times and see what I get, but let's go and... Alright, cool. So... I get 5 points base from my abilities. And then these skills are what I actually get and what I use, I guess. Like, this is... Again, I have barely played this game. I don't remember how anything works in it whatsoever. That said, let's see, we can set signature skills? Okay, so we can set 1 signature skill, which will then get an extra boost. I can't imagine playing the game without high enough empathy to pass the passive checks needed to tell what Kim is thinking. Congratulations on single-handedly convincing me not to go with this, because I do remember Kim and I don't want him to think I'm bad. So, let's see. I think we can go with a weak intellect. Maybe... Let's see. I think I'm going to go with weak intellect, weak physique, good motorics, and good psyche, because I feel like this makes him interesting. Like, we'll see how this goes. So this gives me a 3 in logic, if I set that as my signature, but a 2 in everything else. Let's see. Logic is raw intellectual power. Encyclopedia is your trivia. Rhetoric is the art of persuasion. Drama is lies and detecting lies. Conceptualization, see art in the world. Visual calculus, reconstruct crime scenes. That does sound pretty cool. One recommendation is to have shivers. Let's see what that is. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. That does sound pretty cool. I'm not really sure what it'll do. Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. I love threatening people, but maybe not. Empathy. I do want to have high enough empathy, but I guess 4 empathy is pretty good all by itself. Hand-eye coordination. That all seems pretty good. Savoir-faire. Oh, that's kind of sneaky, I guess? Rhetoric is when you argue online like Alphino. Half-light is when you argue like Elysium. Perfect. Suggestion. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Cool. I think I'm gonna go with the recommendation from the chat, and I'm gonna set Shivers as my signature skill. So yeah, let's go ahead. This is me. Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Interesting. Let's begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Holy shit, the voiceover is fantastic.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever. Never, ever, ever. You know what?
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great. Give me some more. What was that about the X something? That does sound like a bit of a plot hook. Let's go.
An awareness creeps up on you.
Fuck my limbic system.
A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Plunge back into the fathomless deep. Or no, I wanted to know about the X something. I could plunge. You know what? I actually do wonder what's going to happen if I really do plunge, so let's do it.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just night swimming.
Lovely. I like nothing. How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Allons-y, let's go. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Jesus. I see that we're starting small. We're going for, like, you know, small ideas at the moment.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all borough.
Oh, I love that place. Return trip to the Silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, there's I am tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
So I kind of half feel like this is going to immediately game over me, but we're gonna keep going and see how it goes.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Oh fuck, a sensation. It doesn't sound good.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
I'd like to congratulate the voice actor for my ancient reptilian brain and also, like, offer him a lozenge or something.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Oh. Okay. So this is a part that I have seen sort of around the place, but didn't really have context for and completely forgot about it. So my skills have passive checks, I guess? Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Stop. I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. No, I'm not scared. I'm a champion. Yeah, you know what? I did get that option, I assume, because I passed a skill check, so why not take it?
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Oh fuck, we're hungover. Help, someone, cut off my head. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? I'm a bit scared now. Let's go back to the dark. Yeah, let's go back to the dark. I don't like hangovers.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Oof. Alright, open your eyes. Get our first look at what the world is. Oh, fuck me. That's loud. Wow. That's a striking image. Yeah, for a moment I thought it was the Family Guy death pose, but I kind of think this might be even worse. Alright. Let's see, what am I looking for? That appears to be my tie flying around on the ceiling fan. Let's try and grab it.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Yep, that'll be my necktie, please.
Has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Okay. So, I feel like the intended solution to this puzzle, if you can call it that, is to pull on the fan, make it stop, and take the tie. But I have a high % chance of getting it like this, and I feel like nothing could possibly go wrong. So let's do it.
You swoop up and catch the tie.
Fuck yeah.
Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained.
There we go. First check completed. This game is
What
easy.
you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Fuck, we're cheery. I suppose we kind of need the fan. I wonder if pulling the light will do anything.
Terrible
Oh my
mistake.
god, that was
Turn
terrible.
the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Alright, yeah,
The
let's turn it
lights
off.
are off.
We'll give him a little bit of a little break. Oh, right. So, my inventory. I have my uniform. This is all I really need. Oh, hey. Horrific necktie gives me +1 to Inland Empire. That's cool. Let's see. Can I find... Yeah. No, I have pants. -1 to savoir-faire, +1 to electrochemistry.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Cool.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Excellent. We have pants and we have keys. -1 to savoir-faire, +1 to electrochemistry. Go to Party Planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Okay. That sounds like an interesting time. Can I pick up the bottle? Is there anything left? Okay, so this is just examine, I guess. The pants are empty cassette case. I don't see a use for it, but why not? Disco-ass blazer. Yeah. Perfect. Is that... oh, I thought that was my shirt for a second, but that appears to be a broken
The
window.
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Let's assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Oh, so I did break it.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Okay. So, I do know that we are a detective. I know the basic gist of the game. So, I assume that we've just forgotten.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the
Okay.
green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
Alright.
Congratulations.
Mission number 1, find some
You
shoes.
smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get the shoe, but maybe it wasn't me.
You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it?
Yeah, obviously, I've been framed. Let's
The
go and
cool
get the
wind
shoe.
gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
You have to find your shoes, detective. You're going to end up on the Feet Wiki, detective. Alright, well, let's put our best foot forward, then. I love the visual effects of visual calculus. Me too, actually. That was really cool. I have one shoe, which is nice. Let's see. Bathtub. Oh. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub. Weird wine, sweet liqueurs. Oh, there's my shirt. Perfect. So, let's see what I actually get from the full getup. The jacket gives me +1 esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41, understand cop culture. Okay. So I am a very good cop at the moment, which is a little cringe, but... +1 conceptualization, but -1 to suggestion. So I'm worse at convincing people, but I'm better at understanding creativity and seeing the world. What do my shoes do? Nothing. Alright. The empty cassette case... Yeah, so that doesn't seem to be anything. I guess maybe I'll sell it later. And my journal... My map. Require a copy of the city map. Okay. What else? Let's see. Is this a door? That's a locked door. Mirror time.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Ugh. We had a bit of a bender.
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
I do think it's pretty cool that you immediately start the game with this smudged suggestion of what you actually look like there.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Right. So, not just a bender. This was Avatar the Last Airbender. This was the mother of all benders. Let's wipe away the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Inland Empire doesn't seem to want me to know who I am, which is interesting, but...
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Oh shit, something's wrong with my face. Let's see. How bad could it be? We start breaking out into songs. I find the Onceler somewhere.
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Oof. Nose?
It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Okay, my tongue is definitely fine.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Man. Let's see. It probably is.
Behold.
Oh, lovely jump scare.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
No. This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. I mean... I mean... Let's go with Superstar. I like being confident.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Alright.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom. God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's made for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. Okay. Writing of this game, pretty good so far. Let's go with... It's an expression of pain.
You are correct.
Oh, I'm correct. Lovely. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression, or attempt to stop the expression from happening. So I know that this says that it's actually a 3% chance, but I think that it's probably a 100% chance. So let's roll those dice.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay. Okay, so the mechanic here is that white checks I can retry, but only after I put more skill points into the skill, I guess? So I assume that means there's going to be other checks that I can't retry, but we'll see those when we come to them. Let's see if I can find the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you,
Nope.
It comes from a bad place somewhere in the past.
Alright.
That's all you know for now.
Okay, whenever you get a permanent bonus to that skill, so I can't just take off and put back on my pants. Let the mirror be for now. Cool, we know exactly what we look like, and we are making the world's most awful grin. Perfect. I guess there's nothing else to do in the room. Yeah, no, nothing else to do in the room. Let's head out. Okay. I should... Oh, something on the table. Is it money? Oh, I love money. Balcony time. Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. There's my shoe. Green shoe, right foot.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Plus 10 experience, perfect. How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Okay. So... both of these are reading 0 at the moment, but Okay, so I assume that these are sort of like health points, because that just healed 1 morale for me, even though I had full morale. So I guess these are... Oh, right, +1 health, +1 morale. So yeah, those are healing. So I have 2 health, and I have 4 morale. Okay, cool. And it's raining, lovely. Let's keep going. We found the shoes, so I don't actually think we have anything else that we need to do at the moment. Oh, +1 composure, -1 savoir-faire. Savoir-faire is not doing great. Morale is your mental health, literally. Perfect. Okay.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown, and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking. I see I have the option to become a Sigma male. Let's keep going and see how the conversation goes.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
A businessman, sure. CEO. Sounds great.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay. Chief Technical Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure? You're shitting me. Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it. I mean, she hasn't done anything wrong. But that would be funny. I'll be nice to her for the moment.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is
Couldn't
that?
say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Okay, so I found my first red check that I can't retry. Try the expression on her. Let her know that you want her. Physically. Alright. Alright, gamers. We have a 28% chance for this one. Let's do it.
The words have already left your
Oh, fuck. I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
Okay. You know what? Let's double down.
No. You see, that's not what you said. You said...
Alright, we're starting strong.
Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more time.
I love this form of failing skill checks. The game is like there's no backing down now. You have to post cringe. Lovely.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
I'm a cop of the apocalypse. Superstar cop, it's been established. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. You're pretty. I'm sorry. I'm the sorry cop. I'm not sure I'm a cop at all. I sure don't remember being one. I think I might have lied. Huh. Let's go with Superstar Cop.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
It means I'm a bloated old drunk with sideburns and disco pants. If I don't have a joke up my sleeve, it's on me. Or, I sincerely think I'm a superstar. It's a theory I'm developing. You know what? I do think I'm a superstar. Let's give this guy some confidence. He needs it.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Okay. That seems like an interesting hint.
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
I believe her. Let's see. I could knock on her door immediately, but I feel like that'll get me nowhere. Can I find some more money around? I like money. No. Okay. Where am I? Oh, right, the camera. Let's have a little look around. Summer door closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. Big old karaoke mic waiting for someone to sing in it. I do not appear to be able to
You
sing
should
at the
totally
moment.
sing karaoke here. The first chance you get.
I was just
Your
thinking
emotions
that.
need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense, my soul is modest, my soul is puny, my soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system.
Absolutely, you're so right.
By other people.
This goes well with the theory I'm developing, that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Inland Empire is so supportive.
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that
Serves
one.
them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Alright, most important job that we have this stream. Sing karaoke. Let's talk to this guy here.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
The ideal playstyle in Disco Elysium is to do and say insane things with wild, confident emotions, intentionally battering and slapping aside oncoming facts and logic. You know what? Who am I to argue with that?
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
I see the social mores that he's attempting to fall back on, and I think I'm going to utterly destroy them.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
I could point out that he's being sarcastic, but why would I?
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero. What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
Oh my god, I did all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
I really hope I didn't do that.
A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua. Stay Koari's Skua." Something about it makes you feel bitter.
What happened to the bird? I'm getting bad feelings about the bird.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my
He
buddy?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
So, in real life, someone doing this to me would be absolutely horrendous, and I would hate every minute of it. But because this is a video game, I'm going to keep badgering him. Funny.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Okay, wow. Excuse me.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
We've hit a nerve.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Right, where'd she go?
She just, you know.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Okay, so he seemed to have run this guy dry of answers, so let's carry on. Find something else to do. Water cooler. Menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. No Safed. Perfect. Healing items. The door is bolted. A sign reads, kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Alright. So I do know that Kim is standing right at the back of this place, and I do know that I shouldn't ignore him. But at the same time... Ooh. Sleeping dock worker. Back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, circled by a logo with a tree. That's
A
nice.
colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
I feel like I could use both of those things, but let's try wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens.
Oh,
This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
alright.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Stealing is wrong and not very like what a police officer... well, not very like what I would like him to do, but... Let's see. Can I pick up the
man
pills?
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
I leave it for now just because Kim is watching. But if I get a chance when Kim isn't... Oh, cool. Let's see what's going on here.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. Cool.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me. Alright. Mess hall reserved for Union members. Doors open 1600. Union paraphernalia. Cool. Royal pinball machine is unplugged. Alright, let's go
A
talk to Kim.
bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Me?
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Okay, that was actually rather intense all of a sudden.
On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hold on, who is he to me?
Is your half-brother.
Okay, so... I'm guessing because this is my cop thought, or my cop skill, that's not literal, but yeah, shake his
Hello.
hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Hell yeah, let's come up with a name.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay, it's not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Yeah, I did just talk to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
So, I guess that's stuff I probably should have done. Maybe I've done it. It might be in, like, maybe my journal. But, no, I haven't done anything. What
At the
interviews?
57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
That's very kind of him to assume.
Right. And the interviews?
I haven't.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah. No, I don't like dead bodies. Completely dead body. First I've heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
So, I appreciate that I've been here for 3 days, and apparently my bender that wiped out my entire identity was last night. So I kind of wonder what I was actually doing for the first 2 nights.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
I'm gonna tell him.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Fair enough. What if I
We
told
all
you I'm
feel
not
that
really a
way
police officer?
sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
I like this, man.
But first, we have to take it down. After you, officer.
If you're
Kim,
about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Kim has joined my party.
You mean you don't have a badge?
Pretend I found it. No, I think he probably sensed that I'm bullshitting him.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Alright. He did want to talk to the guy first, so let's... Oh, wait, how did I... Alright, double-clicking is run. Cool.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from
Okay.
Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The Harbinger of Ruin. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names. Let's do it.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
He's a lot better at handling this guy than I was.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Right. You mentioned Sylvia before, but he didn't mention anything specific.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
The best part of the game is how it slowly trains you to be insane by having the NPCs mostly be like, dude, okay, whatever, whenever you start tweeting at them.
You said you just got here. From where?
Perfect.
Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
You manage 3 cafeterias. You're not that important.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
He's very invested in telling us that he doesn't live here or work here. Is this some kind of, like... Is this a shithole,
I didn't
or...
imply that. Detective,
Yes?
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions? Let's go.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
I love the immediate transition from being, like, actually polite and kind of helpful when he's talking to Kim to this when he's talking to me.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man is speaking to me like I'm 2 years
Does
old.
he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Oh, wait, did I make the hole?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Damn it. I was hoping I'd get an easy out, but looks like we do have to continue investigating.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
Okay, that's actually a pretty good inference.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Okay.
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Okay, so we are actually getting a lead here. This was
Did
handy.
the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch them?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The Unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Alright. But I'm still suspicious.
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
He seems a little too upset by the assertion. I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook.
She went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you've avoided the subject.
Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
She's the witness! She called the crime! What the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
I can't press him for my prime witness. I mean, he did give me her number, but like, come on. Alright, that's everything. Plus 30 experience.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But...
Oh no.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Fuck. I was not prepared for the tie. Jesus. Slip away. Slip away unnoticed. Let's do it. Fuck.
1 minute you're running like the wind, then you suddenly turn around and are giving him the finger, furious, with both hands. Why?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she? Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? Fuck you, asshole.
Watch out!
Oh my god.
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body.
Those are mysteries of the spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
God. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm calm. Wow, there's more of you? Hidden? I'm so cool. I don't know, this just comes off as a lazy effort at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk. Let's go.
If it comes off like that, it's because it is. And you are.
You just body slammed a lady in a wheelchair, so you're acting exactly like a cop.
I
Continue.
was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
God. Guy's voice. Sure as hell haven't felt no love. It's okay. It's going fine.
It doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
Wow. She actually managed to avoid that?
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Ouch.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
I don't think I tripped over the chair. I'm pretty sure I threw myself at it.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Okay. So I failed the check, body slammed an old lady in a wheelchair, sprained my shoulder and neck, and I actually got off 30... Oh, I was about to say euro, but 30 real for it. This is going swimmingly.
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
Okay, I see how it is.
And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
I had no idea it benefits you. See, I am doing it perfectly. This is the objectively correct playthrough of this game.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Will I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe? Far away? Up on Marvel Hill.
Why did you say that?
These are just synapses firing. Doesn't mean anything. The name must have some meaning for me. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
Okay.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything, hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Okay. So we're looking at our tasks. We still don't have a map. But... Thought cabinet. Is this, like, my skill set? Or, oh, that is a... That's a lot of thoughts. Hobo cop. Temporary research bonus. -1 composure. Ungainly and rambling. Research time 4 hours and 20 minutes. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides, can be disheveled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with lurch gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out, because you don't have a home. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. I lose 1 composure for this. 4 hours, 20 minutes. If I'm remembering how this works correctly, I put these into one of these slots. And then I get to keep them there? I guess maybe... You know what? Let's internalize it. We are Hobocop now. Let's talk to
Hello,
someone.
sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Jesus Christ. Who's Sweetie? Does that mean that you like me? Leave immediately. Okay. Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I
And
am.
Have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once, Wink twice, but then I lost her. Okay. Let's do it.
What was with that fucking...
Stop winking. Tap yourself on the side of your head to correct the malfunction. Do nothing, and neurological damage is probably permanent.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry.
God. Okay, so the thing with the thought cabinet is that once you internalize a thought, it's locked in and can only be removed with a skill point. Okay, that's dangerous.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Okay, she seems nice. I'm going to stop internalizing Hobocop, actually, because I didn't realize that it would be permanent. No, I think I can stop it now.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Let's see. You seem to be in a chair. How would you like to roll with me? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, or anything. Are you okay? I'm very sorry I crashed into earlier. I don't know what got it. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Fuck me. Oh, I want to be a cryptid and, like, actually badger her for money. But at the same time, like, I just the idea of, like... Oh, just the idea of begging an old woman in a wheelchair for money after I crashed into her. Oh, it's hard. Do I do it? Let's try hire her.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed.
Oh, shit.
Like
I
a stunned
misclicked.
fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts. A war zone at the edge of the world. Some seedy hotel. Whirling in Rags was on my keys, so let's go for it.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In hell, obviously.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
Okay. I can research a thought up to the line, take it out, save, finish internalizing, and reload if I don't like the effect. I'll think about it, but for the moment I think I'll keep Hobocop in the thoughts.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51, it's the year 973, all I know is we are approaching the end times. Let's go for it.
Perhaps, dear. Perhaps. But for now, it's just the spring of 51.
Okay.
She is perturbed by your not knowing what year it is, but not by your mention of the apocalypse. It must be the end times.
No, that sounds reasonable.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
Oh! Because I have high enough of my cop sense that I'm actually able to tell what he's thinking through my cop intuition. Cool.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh no. Oh no. Some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Oh god.
Oh no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no matriarchy.
There are no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Hey, we're getting some interesting world building here.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
How did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
Yeah, so like she said, I did great.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay. So, maybe I'll start getting my memories back.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
I'm curious about the revolution, but she did say that she didn't want to explain the big things to me. So, who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
That's fair enough.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Okay.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
How'd you like to roll with me? This is the one I actually wanted.
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Him, of course. I forgot I had you. I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why not? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Aw.
Perhaps another time.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
A grenade?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
I feel like I was
Oh
in
my.
war.
What happened?
Obviously I won.
That's how I feel about the accident. I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky.
Oof.
This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
God, I want to be a cryptid, but I feel like actually she's very nice and she's been putting up with a whole lot, so, you know,
That's
I'm
quite
just gonna
alright.
be nice.
I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
I'm gonna apologize to her. I'll make this the one time I apologize to an NPC.
Oh, I'm perfectly alright. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
Cafeteria manager is a bad man. A man without honor or compassion. It was like my body had a will of its own. I was running, my torso turned, my hands made this gesture. I'm sorry you had to witness it.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
She's just absolutely lovely. I really genuinely feel bad about messing with her.
Of course, dear.
Alright. I have fucked around enough. I can talk to Kim.
Yes?
He seems to be following
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from
Jamrock
Jamrock's
Shuffle, huh?
41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Is this... is this just making fun of the whole typical CRPG player thing, just darting around, grabbing everything you can?
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
Oh dear, immediately escalating to accusations of racism.
I'm sure you don't. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Oh
Passing
man.
along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
As he well should. That was that was clearly racist. God, okay. So we're going to leave talking to Kim more for a little bit, because I have fucked around a whole lot, and we have a dead body to get off a tree. Alright. Prioritizes containers. I feel like I should look for some containers. Sign reads, fuck the police. Alright. Very welcome. Pigs go home. Very welcome.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I have some questions for
course.
you.
What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police
Excuse me?
business?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Oh, she feels uncomfortable.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these
I
pigs?
don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Okay, who are
Me?
you?
I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
More to you.
Is
than that.
there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yes, what are you
I
doing
am
here?
working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
But...
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there.
Oh,
It
that would
smells
make
pretty bad.
sense.
So I have to take breaks.
Okay, so the corpse has been... Okay. Now I kind of feel a bit bad.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Okay,
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
alright.
Of course.
I
I won't
just
hold you back.
actually noticed that
If
I'm
there's a
on
corpse,
1
then you're going to
HP
need
thing.
those gloves for the autopsy.
Oh, can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Perfect. What do gloves do for me? +1 interfacing. That sounds like just outright a bonus. I'll take it. Yeah, what I said, +1 to health, I'm going to use this, which was the inhaler I found, I guess. So now I'm not going to die immediately by the next thing that takes one of my health points. I love how the gloves turn you into a TF2 character. Oh, shit. Oh, come on.
Kuno's got this.
This appears to be Kuno.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
A moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Oh, when you would die, the last bar drains in slow motion so you can pop a pill if you have one. Handy. They just left a hang corpse to rot in the middle of town for a whole week. Yeah, I mean, like, I got here 3 days ago, but that means that it was already standing there for, well, hanging there for 4 days, and no one did anything with it.
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, cool. Can I have some?
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno S.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Jesus. This is gonna be a lot. Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? Kid, you wanna hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno!
Jesus
Let them find each
Christ!
other!
Okay. That went from 0 to 100 really quick.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
Look, I have questions
Alright,
for you.
entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Walking into Kuno and Kuno S is when you really have to sink or swim in this game's vibe. Perfect. About this crime scene, do kids often play in the yard? I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person.
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his
Jesus
hands on
Christ.
you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Fucking hell.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Fucking. Good lord.
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Physical instrument, challenging 12. Shut him down. Okay, so I don't feel like I would punch a kid in this situation. However,
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
holy shit. I'm still writhing on the ground. Ouch, my arm and my fucking knee.
Kuno can't believe this shit! Can no one stop the Kuno?
Evidently not.
Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
The whole charade was about establishing dominance over you. It's safe to say he has succeeded.
Yeah, just a bit.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up!
Kim, help me up. Stop laughing. Yeah, I deserve this. Someone call an ambulance. I think I really hurt myself. I'm gonna be as pathetic as possible.
The creature behind the fence makes it a point to laugh even harder.
Oh, this is delightful.
Kuno made you his fucking...
A second hit to morale? Really?
The lieutenant isn't laughing at all.
Kim, help me up.
No. 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 No.
Poor Kim, he doesn't deserve this. He does not deserve this at all.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno. Kuno was scared.
Someone call an ambulance. I think I really hurt myself.
Officer, you need to get up. This is turning into a farce.
That's what you get if you fuck with the Kuno. You get fucked up.
I'm gonna threaten the kid as well. Why not?
Kuno's just gonna beat the shit out of you again.
I told you not to tempt such forces.
Gremlins.
Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Why not?
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
That is lovely imagery.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Let's try this one.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let's not get sick on Kim. Or, okay, we don't have a choice, apparently. That was a
Too
disgusting
late.
sound effect.
It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
I'm not going to be mean to Kim.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, where do we get
The
ammonia
young
from?
woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Cool.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
Well, I'm glad I got his permission after the fact.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
Alright, let's go. Is there anything... Ladder for kids, it's not going to hold the weight of a grown man. Okay. See, what else is around here? Winch mechanism. Ooh, is that a door?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at the pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
I can't argue with that.
No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
Okay, if Inland Empire says so.
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Right, so I come back to that when I get a bonus to my... I think that was some kind of perception. Inspect the victim's body, so I'm looking to get ammonia now. And what did I get there? The lieutenant's handkerchief. Cool. Oh, is there... What's that? Letter or wears a crown. On the ring below, a light above descending. Cool. Let's go and hustle to the gardener. Or leisurely walk there. Either way.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
You still have your salt. I could
Sure.
use some.
I'm done with them.
Yep.
Go easy on
perfect.
that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Ampoule of ammonia. Can I use it? Okay, no. Go back to the body, I just crack it open, and hopefully I'll be fine. In the span of 2 hours, you've done a full Max Payne dive into a paraplegic old lady, tried and failed to deck a child in the face, and cried about it in the mud, and then threw up at the corpse. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well so far, all things considered.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The
Good
body
Lord.
below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Endurance Legendary 14. Let go of your nose without throwing up, even with the +1 from ammonia.
You crack open
Oh,
the
shit!
ammonia ampoule and
Oh shit!
breathe in.
It worked!
The odor of death.
Oh my God!
is still spinning. It's a spell
I can't
of the
believe
mind
it.
telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Holy shit, crit success. That was fantastic.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Okay, so let's run through the inspection bit by bit.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Okay, so this is... Well, he was a merc, so I guess it's armor.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow.
Delicate,
These are
maybe.
clearly not
Oh, no, armor.
boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Okay.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Okay, what happened to the rest
The
of
locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The
it?
armor
And he wants
could
me to
yield
talk to Kuno
information.
again.
Maybe he'll know something.
Maybe he was just wearing these and not the rest of the armor.
No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags.
Where are the clothes?
Someone could have cleaned the yard. But that's a question for the red hat thing.
Holy shit. Him doesn't like kids.
I hear you, cop, talking shit about the Kuno. Come here and say it to Kuno's face.
Yeah, fuck you,
You
Kuno.
wanna fuck me, huh? You wanna fuck the Kuno?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Okay.
What? Are you trying to ignore me now, fuckface?
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring, and the guy's a total Victopaz.
I'm kind of sad that I can't heckle Kuno more.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Holy shit.
By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
No, that's not what I
Of
meant.
course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
Okay, so I have to behave to some extent around Kim because I don't want him to think poorly of me.
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Look pretty advanced for a
I
security
agree.
guard.
This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic
That's
lines
actually
cover
really
the plates
cool.
where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
Pull the boot off, why not?
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Yeah, let's do it.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Oh. Oh dear.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it? Let's let go of the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why's he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Jesus Christ. Kuno and Kuno S's, commentary on this is making everything, 12 times worse.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
That's
The
not the
hangman's
belt.
knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
And a rope. It's an industrial belt.
strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor. I can't come up with anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers in the harbor
The
did it.
brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
He's handling this really well.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Okay. How'd they even get him up there
A
then?
noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb using the kid's
That
ladder?
ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Lovely.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
Tattoos.
Limp, an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Okay, those are interesting. Look,
His corpse is marked by stars,
what will mine be marked by?
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night sky, a microelectronic system? Is this a national pattern? That seems like the most obvious answer.
Of no nation that I know of. If
Or
anything,
not.
it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
Kim's voice acting is also really good. It's in a different way to the ancient reptile brain, but it's really good. We're missing
I
something
agree.
here. Oh.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it
it's a
open.
camera.
Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I was worried he was going to take out the gun.
A true get sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Okay.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Alright, that is
Okay,
actually
really
pretty
good.
cool.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, Kim. We'll get along fine.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need the photo
It
for?
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Okay. Can I have it? I'll look at it later without the corpse
Sure.
smell.
Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
We have one more thing to investigate him directly.
His
let's see what
eyes
this
are
happens-
milky white and
happens when we do
blind
this.
to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Inland Empire. Let's see. I usually do well on these, so let's roll it.
I'm gone
Oh, shit.
into the wild pale yonder.
Hello, ancient reptile brain, I guess.
In the past, way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were
Killer.
alive?
A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Gobbo.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you! Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
The fucking necktie jump scares.
He loves those
Why do I love questions so much?
because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Fuck yeah, give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am. Okay.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately. It did come up in the Hobocop thought, actually. No, I can't be Harry. I refuse. Could I really be Harry?
You might be onto something there.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
That was very helpful, thank you. Who killed you?
Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along.
You ask me a question.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this? Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Don't have anything else to do. Case is all I have because he told me to. Maybe this will lead to something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous. Kim did tell me to. So let's go with that.
You're a lying sack of shit, Corpo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now.
Ooh, we're getting heavy. I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A deep-sea creature. A baby affected with harlequinism.
You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini.
Alright, enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Jesus Christ, that was creepy. Let's take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting. Why on earth am I
How
squinting?
should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
I gotta say, the writing for this game is fantastic, but the fact that it's fantastic in showing off how gruesome and gross a corpse is... You know, I mean, it's good, but it's also kind of...
So what do you think?
I think he's dead. I think he's dead.
I agree.
The fact that Kim is reacting to every weird thing I do with just, like, complete stoicism, absolutely no reaction whatsoever, is fantastic.
Totally dead.
Deadity dead dead dead.
Dabadoob doob dead.
Holy shit, Kim. He's beaten up,
I
see the
do.
bruises?
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Okay, I don't know what to think. I feel like I failed a skill check here.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Okay, something's come out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Lovely.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear lord. Dare I? This game is a lot. This game is a whole lot. I feel like the proper thing is to ignore them and to just try and be professional about it. But, on the other hand... Oh, hey. Fun fact, if you still fail, Kim tells you to get your shit together, and you must internalize the volumetric shit compressor thought to increase your endurance cap. That's fantastic. Yeah, let's do it.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
Christ.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Alright, how do we get him down? The $1,000,000
sure
question.
We finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Yeah, no, I ran through the whole thing, so let's go.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Oh hey, skill point. Cool.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Can someone else do it? We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor. First off, I want to check out what my skill point is doing. Do I want to level up Shiver a little more? Is there anything here that I really do want to level up immediately? Logic, Encyclopedia, Rhetoric, Drama, Conceptualization, Visual Calculus, Esprit de Corps, Authority, Empathy, Inland Empire. Let's go with Empathy for now. Okay, so as soon as when I'm still on the page, I can reverse, but once I leave, it's there for good. Okay. We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
That seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
We could ask for help from the harbor.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
That makes sense.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
I'm starting to feel like shooting him down is the actual solution.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Well, then we just need to have 20 bullets.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen? Actually don't. It has bad idea written all over it. Let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Say nothing, let him choose. Let's go for it.
Silence. With
oh my
his
god,
elbow
is he
sharp,
actually going to do
the
it?
lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Holy shit! That getting the body down from a tree is an entire problem on its own right is how you know the game is elevated. Absolutely correct. I'm having a blast.
Securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
I'm gonna say nothing. Again, I don't want to fuck with Kim too much.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Ugh. Okay, so it didn't work.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. He feels bad about it, about his eyes mostly, just having bad eyesight, probably from a young age. Whatever you do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Okay, so consoling him is a bad idea. So let's just... what now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
I can try shoot him down myself. Why not?
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
I'm gonna need your gun for this. Oh boy.
They only have one gun.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
Remember when I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up? I didn't have my gun either. I mean, someone stolen from me probably is better for me, but let's keep going. Let's see how this goes.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Wow, there's so much faith going around here.
We're not off to a good start. This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Take the
You
gun.
take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
God, I feel like we would do better if they weren't heckling us. Feel the weight
A
first.
cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
I'm going to double check my stats right now, because I feel like... Do I have anything on hand-eye coordination? No. Okay. I was worried that the gloves might have fucked with my hand-eye coordination, which appears to be the thing I'm going to be using for this.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Point the gun at Kuno S. Fuck's sake. Okay, that's a bit much even for me, so close my left eye first.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
I have a 42% chance of making this shot. Everyone, you know, I'm just gonna need your support here. Let's hope real hard that it works out. Oh shit! Green! Oh my god, it did!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
Absolutely fantastic.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you.
Damn right. I'm a
Looking
fucking
straight
king.
at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Jesus Christ, communism. Alright.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed.
Ace is high.
Oh my god! A high five?
You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Slap it and wait for an ace's low. Damn right.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
Oh, that feels so good. Okay, objectively that was literally just making one shot and then getting a high five, but like, holy shit, the rush.
I knew these guys were
His voice is deeply approving.
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I told Kuno-S to shut up and then pointed the gun at her, which are 2 stacking penalties to the check. Oh, I was tempted, but I wasn't going to point a gun at a kid, unfortunately.
I knew they suck each other off.
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Wait, a field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I can't say I'm satisfied with that part yet. We should search for prints, maybe. And a trash container too. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were pretty good in our efforts, and the autopsy will provide another chance. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
Yeah, that is what we're going to do, Kuno-S. Thank you for summarizing.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
I feel like we probably should have a doctor for this.
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Honorary rank, that is interesting, actually.
An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is lieutenant detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse.
I don't think I'm a detective. I'm a defective detective.
With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise.
Alright, he can take the gun back.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
That'll be
Or
fine.
we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Perfect. I did notice actually here, I'm seeing something here. I assume there are tracks?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Okay, what kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Pointed out.
Noted.
Let's see. I will roll visual calculus. I'm on kind of a high now after that shooting, so let's see if we get it.
What do you think you are?
Jesus.
A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Wow! I didn't expect that to damage my morale. So I'm going to... I know that this last bar drains slower, but just in case. I don't actually know how I healed my morale. I don't know what I had to charge that with, but it'll be fine. Ace is low. Temporary research bonus. +2 empathy towards Kin Kitsuragi. The Insulindian Civil War was not the first war to see the use of hybrid airships on both sides, but it was the coolest. For an entire decade, folded multi-rotor fighters got into dogfights about Revachol, Ozon, Semenine, and the Arcade Islands, spitting death in one another. They flew over sandy beaches and shot each other out of the azure sky, crashing into the city blocks and setting island forests ablaze. The Ace is Low was a custom performed among revolutionary brigades, performed after multiple kills. Lieutenant Kitsuragi seems fond of it. Why? If there's any thought I'm going to internalize, it's going to be this one. Let's see. The rest of the armor. Kim needs to tell me about the case, the tattoos, the field autopsy, the Union boss, and the Wild Pines rep. That is a lot of stuff I have to do. The interact. I got the photo. Where's the interact button in the inventory? Oh,
An
this one.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the
Okay.
torso. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar. Gone. For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Okay. We don't have any massive epiphanies to help us with this, so let's see. I have another skill point. And I think I'm going to put this one into Shivers. So, as far as I can tell, my maximum skill that I can get here is 3 for Shivers. So I might as well actually put 3 into it. Let me see. They wanted to look at the trash container. Cool.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
I am prioritizing containers, god damn it.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
I feel like there is something in there.
What do you mean, feel? I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here.
What is the remote viewers division?
All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the force.
So I know he's taking the piss. But I kind of wonder how far I can go with it.
None, because they don't exist. There isn't, but we should still access this container.
Okay, so we couldn't go too far with it, but I'm disappointed too, Detective. How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
No or, pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Alright, let's talk to Kuno one more time. Let's see what's happening.
Look, see? It's the fucking war pig! Try not to knock yourself out.
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
I wonder if I play this right, if I have a second chance at punching him. Let's play along for the moment.
Fucking what pig?
You're a cool dude. Let's just bury the hatchet, okay?
Cool what? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think you broke his brain when you fucked him up, Kuno.
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
I don't have anything. What can I offer you,
Please
Kuno?
don't waste time on nonsense.
I'm sorry,
Lieutenant
Kim, but
does
it's so
not
funny.
approve of this at all.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right thing here, trying to get Kuno to like you again. You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
Okay, so he did insult Kim, so I'm just gonna
What are
leave.
you doing? No, you really, really don't. That is a 12-year-old boy. His opinion of you doesn't matter.
I need everyone around me to like me so much all the time, Kim. You really don't understand.
You don't fucking matter, buck imp.
You're right, Kim. You're right, of course. Oh, what to do?
But why? You're turning this into a huge thing.
That was the perfect voice acting for confusion. Jesus Christ! In punching, someone always ends up being someone's bitch. Don't you know anything about male power structures, Kim? Fucking hell.
You're totally unraveling, officer.
All will be well as soon as I get this being Kuno's bitch situation off my back. Don't wait for the lieutenant to answer. Let's get to work, Kim. Oh my god, you can just play an absolute fucking cryptid in this game. Oh wait, can I examine these?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
What kind of vehicle drove through
Hard
here?
to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Let's do it.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Yeah, so I think you can hear in the background, but my dog had some opinions on the fact that I failed. Continuing opinions. Let's go back and talk to not the bartender, he was the cafe owner. He was very particular about that.
Can I help you?
The trash container out back, yours.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
It's gonna be Sylvie again, isn't it?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Oh my god. Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
What if I told you I am a hobo, or soon to be one?
Yes.
Oh, wow. But I need those leftovers to survive.
Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem.
God, what a dick.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay. Goodbye. So I do feel like we did have a missed opportunity there to use the crowbar, but we did get to have another conversation with him where he confirmed that he is mostly just a complete dickhead. So I won't feel bad about anything that I do for him for the rest of the playthrough. Let's go.
This trash container is with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
Let's see what we have in here.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Inland Empire doesn't want me to. Maybe I shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is. But you won't like it. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I am into hi-fi. I also think I'm losing my mind.
That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
I'm being gaslit by my own mind.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Only in its social sensibility.
I can't look at the mug just yet, but let's see.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
I'm used to what? Dumpster diving?
Searching for evidence in the trash.
Okay.
Good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
The racist mug. Okay, so this appears to be a little more infamous than I was thinking.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs
pants.
of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes?
Oh, ew. That's
Cadaver in the
disgusting.
door is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
A black plastic bag named evidence marked from his pocket? I'm putting a whole... How am I putting a whole set of trousers into a bag he took out of his pocket?
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Give me the slimy thing.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right.
Okay.
We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Kim treating the kids like they're some kind of hellish natural disaster is incredible. You think someone from the Whirling might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there.
Fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Alright, Kim, point taken.
The
Okay.
lieutenant nods.
Food
then
waste
looks
is the
back
last
into the
thing we
trash
need to do.
container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here.
Inland Empire really doesn't want me looking here.
What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
Truthfully, I don't know what this is.
Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the Whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. Let's go with the great bloodletting, please.
What are you talking about?
I speaketh the tongue.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Okay, I'll
It
do
would
that.
also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now,
The container
Alright, so we're
sounds
done
a
there.
muffled gong.
So I have a clipboard and a mug to examine, so we're going to look at the mug first.
that's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Mug time. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the Whirling Rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in fields of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Jesus Christ. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's actually quite a lot to read into this.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fucking hell.
What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this in the face of every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Okay, so I've realized that I've unlocked several thoughts now by going through dialogue trees. And I'm concerned that if I attempt to go through this thought, I will unlock a thought that allows me to be racist. Which I'm not going to do. So, I'm just going to say that it's about me gathering woke points so that I can embezzle properly.
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
Okay. Can I equip these? Can I put in... Tools, items, interact. I equip this anywhere? No. I can only interact with it. Squirt about to be invited for a 20 million Netflix special. No! No, I said I wasn't going to be racist. I promised I wasn't going to be racist. Make truce with Kuno. Who put the clothes in the trash? Read your ledger and name the case. Alright, let's go and do that. Ledger time.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Lovely.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
How direct.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Cool, I appear to have thrown it in the toilet. By the way, because it's not obvious at first and the game doesn't tell you, pay attention to the mechanics of how time passes in-game. So I did actually notice that it was 8 o'clock when I woke up, and now it's 12 o'clock. So time is passing, but I don't actually know how. So is it every dialogue option, or...
Remember when I said the
Okay, no,
smell
not
of
every
the
dialogue
upstairs
option.
bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it? Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you.
Let's look at the toilet paper. It's apparently a metaphor from me, so it feels like I'll get some kind of insight from it.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there, it's cool. Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly
If you
the same.
want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Alright, take
Still
it off.
wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Okay, so time is actually passing, because I just noticed that it's 12:03 and it was 12:01.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Okay.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Oh, what kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Okay, so it takes a few minutes for every discrete branch in a given dialogue tree you pick. That's pretty cool.
How many years you've been on the Force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read
Any
this?
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
I...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
That is all. Thank
While
you.
a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight.
Let's look at the white papers. Those are probably cleaner.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches.
Or not.
By sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Good to know. So hundreds of pages.
Work,
We appear to be
strife,
a prolific
poverty,
detective.
the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages. and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Okay, so this is just, I guess, for the year?
What do you mean? Is that all?
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Okay.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I burned out. I definitely burned out.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Okay, and let's check out the naming convention.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Okay, and they're written in capital letters. I want to see the names.
All caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
We have a poet's heart.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention. I wonder if Kim's do.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
Okay, so he does have one, but it's not quite the same one as mine.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I.
Oh,
in
never
our
mind.
defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
God damn, okay. I didn't expect that it was actually going to get kind of like dark there.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
What
Rail
happened to him?
spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Alrighty, committed to paper.
The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large-caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Oh, I feel bad, but...
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
Wow, he likes those pens.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you.
I do understand the pleasure of crossing off tasks on a list.
You're a swashbuckler with that.
Oh
pen.
shit!
And it feels good. Feels like completion.
Harry again. Maybe my name really is Harry.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
You already have a name. That's... yeah, I mean, he did say he named some of his stuff, so maybe he has something nice for it.
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The Furies are at home in the mirror. The Setting Sun. Shit on a stick. Actually, I don't have one. The Furies are at
Furies.
home in the mirror.
Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Hey, fine, Kim, just for you.
Great, that's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
The things I do for you, Kim.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Hey, closing
You
that.
don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Okay. Kim explained the system. That gives me a bonus to my logic. Let's roll.
Yes, you can piece them together.
I can't
using
stop winning.
The alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41. Then, date of initialization and time of arrival on the
HD
scene,
is Officer
followed
Precinct.
by the title. For example, HDB 4112011.
Maybe my name really is Harry.
0. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horace Debbie Berenger. Bram Darjan Benzakin. Those aren't my initials, I'm not feeling them. Wow, I don't know what to say to that. Horace Debbie Berenger.
That is improbable.
I hate logic. How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Okay, so this feels like a very obvious thing telling me this is actually going to take a half an hour of time here, so I'm going to revisit this.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
Look at the
bunch
yellow
of sodden
papers.
paper. In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3.
Okay.
The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
So what I'm hearing here is that I can issue fines to people for misconduct.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases
So I'm starting
allow
to
for
figure
1,000
how I'm
real,
going to make
but
up
that
100
requires
real.
special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
The station call and the field autopsy, I have to do a station call eventually, but I'm just going to ignore those for the moment. So
The rest of the stinking cellulose
look at the
is much
clipboard,
worse
actually.
for
I haven't
wear.
done that. That's the last
Being
thing I need to do.
sandwiched, it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
I assume RCM is Revachol Citizens Militia. What did you say the color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside,
Oh.
ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Oh yes, I love hidden
And
compartments.
something
Give it to me.
small inside. Light. Made of paper or cardboard. Or dried flowers, perhaps. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How do I open
With your
that?
hands, you four-sized pages hang
Aha.
from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
So, interfacing 5, I have 83% chance to roll with this. Let's do it. Hell
The
yeah.
two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Yeah, let's go for it. Slide the drawer open.
without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What is
2
inside?
ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Holy shit. We can be kind of mean here. What the fuck is that?
2 octopuses are smiling. reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Let's try it.
The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who do you think?
Okay. We don't seem to have the healthiest relationship to ourselves, which I could have picked up from the massive binge drinking, but this just seems like it's worse than I thought.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Give it a sniff.
It smells of chewing gum. Apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it up.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins.
Shit, my name really is Harry.
Reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let go.
What was that?
Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold, a persistent chill.
I'm gonna keep reading.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
I look away 5 minutes and come back to you reading the note. Yeah, this seems like this is big enough that it deserves the definite article.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs.
Oh, fuck.
And the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Oh, shit. Title card, 2 hours into the game. God, that is kind of wild there, the art. Begin, I guess?
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Guess I'm lying here.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
Who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
That's the stuff, you know I love slime.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Okay, so hints of an ex-wife, a woman who apparently deeply loved the man that she called Harry, and something that smells like betrayal. I'm sensing, just a little bit, that there might be an unhappy story here.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its
Stupid
lack
ape.
of beauty was not the problem.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Alright, let's just lie here.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Oh, that must be Kim.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Okay.
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold.
Oh,
silvery,
perfect. I
the
love
stuff
getting
of
health.
life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps,
Oh.
you down half a liter of cold water.
I'm kinda sad that I wasted
Some of
that.
it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Okay, I didn't lose too much time.
That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve the case.
Good.
Alright, let's have a look at what I got. A blue oblong pen. Okay, nice. +1 Inland Empire, +1 Empathy, -2 to Authority. What's my authority looking like, actually? What can I afford? Authority is 4, so I might actually be able to take the hit. I think I will do that. I'll equip the Ledger for the moment. Oh, I can do it in either hand. Cool. Yeah, I like it in the left hand. Ledger of Failure and Hatred. Lovely. Ace is low. I'm about halfway through that. White Morning. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell, like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. 5 hours for that. -1 to Authority. I already have the clipboard for my -2 Authority, so I'm going to leave it there for the moment. And actually, I think that's probably a good place to leave it here for the moment, because I have plenty more to do here. And I know that if I don't cut myself off at some point, I'm just going to be playing this for hours. When I hit that choice... When I hit that choice point, I was 100% set to read it, but then Shivers said, let go, and I decided it knew better than me, so I did. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm happy I was able to show you something you hadn't seen before. That was extremely intense, actually. So, while I'm here, about 2.5 hours in, I'm gonna call it here on what we managed to accomplish so far. I feel like passing out and realizing that my name is Harry, probably, and I have some horrible thing with my ex-wife is a nice way to cap off the first video. So I'm going to be streaming this again, but we might vary it up tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I sure did myself. So, yeah. Take care, everyone. Good night.